Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semi-final match of the Monkey Esports King of the House tournament. This is Monkey Noble, and I'm joined today with Monkey Eclipse Sights. How are you doing?
That is me.
That is him. So, this is our first match of the tournament within Year 7 Season 1. We got the new operation, the new operator, and the new operator has been banned from all tournaments. So,
I got the target ban right out the gate.
yeah, so we can see James target banning Jezza. So on the orange team, we have Monkey James, and on the blue team, we have Jezza. So these guys are both going to be on the main ranked lineup this season, so let's see how this goes. A blitz ban here, just trying to get rid of anything that's really going to be pain in the neck to really attack or defend against. And, you know, James already knows from, like, the previous matches against him, with him, that he's going to play Glaz, he's going to capitalize on that as much as possible. He's just trying to restrict any possibility like that.
You know, honestly, I think this is going to end up being a really good match because
Absolutely,
on one side
yeah.
you have James, who has the advantage of experience. You know, he's been playing Siege since like year 4. And then on the other hand, you have Jesta, who is newer, but he is very mechanically skilled. So
Absolutely.
I think this will result in a fairly close matchup.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
Alright, heading right into round 1 here, we see
Bomb
James
located
with the
by
mirror
attackers.
pick and Jezda with Thatcher. And what interests me really isn't these operators, it's just the history behind this match. So here's a
bomb
question
has
for you,
been
Eclipse Sight.
located.
Do you feel like we've had 3 matches come and go already, we've had the victories, we've seen the strategies, they're all been published. Do you think that these guys are going to be trying to learn from this learning off of each other, just seeing what they've done, and just trying to counter each other with just watching how they've played recently?
Absolutely, which I mean that's why I find that a really odd pick from James running the Mira. I don't think that he actually ran that in his first match. So we're gonna have to see how Jesta actually reacts to it if he just push at all.
Right, so
That
Jess
James
is just droning into first floor right now, probably trying to potentially take hatch control, because it doesn't seem reinforced right now. James right now just holding behind the garage, potentially anticipating either a gym push or a garage push, but meanwhile Jesta not going either ways yet.
Looks like he might be looking for a main stairs push here.
Yep, just trying to figure out what's going to work, just trying to find the kink in the armor here.
I think main stairs is just his main line of approach for this, honestly. I mean, James has Overwatch from gym into garage and from garage outside, so main stairs is that blind spot.
Right, so it's just trying to avoid these lines of sight, just trying to get into sight, get the kill, or plant the diffuser, get out. Alright, so now you can see Jezza, yup, you're right, and he's just trying to get onto main stairs. He's already droned this out, so he's at a little bit of a more liberty to breathe a bit more freely here, but he does gonna have to watch out for the mirrors all around. No mirror that's looking into laundry room right now. James is still just looking around on cams and just trying to find him.
I don't like this push into garage. I think he should just go to gym. It's free. It's right there. If he's worried about cameras, he can EMP him through the wall.
Right, ooh, you can see, there goes the breach charge off. James now looking at Jim. Now, could this be coordinated to try to work in Jesta's favor? James is thinking he's Jim, or maybe even, like, heading over to garage or above. Jesta well within garage now. James, no idea where he is. They're going to have to rely on sound here. Let's see how this goes.
They are right on the opposite side of the wall from each other. Jesta does not know James is there.
Now you got the visual, and Jesta gets a
I-
headshot.
You know, not how I would have played it, but a very nice play from Jesta. It appears like he
Yeah,
didn't know
absolutely.
James was there, but
And, you know,
whatever works in the
there
end.
was definitely a blind spot there in laundry. James just didn't have the intel in there and thought he was in gym, so there it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that James was a little bit over-reliant on those cameras. You know, if he had been playing a bit more off sound, I think he would have heard Jesta sprint into garage.
Right, heading into round 2, you can see James is shifting up this tempo quite significantly here. Going from basement, not trying to do that again, and just going into master bedroom and car room site now. And definitely playing Capcat now. He's not going to be able to rely on the cameras, he knows that. So he's going to just be trying to say, oh well, time to go get my own intel. So the question is, can Jezda be wary enough of these the entry denial devices to actually do anything about it? Just trying to open up this window into car room right now.
I think the Capcan play is smart regardless, because he's going to have to hear Jesta shoot the Capcan trap. Either shoot it or run into it, so he gets the intel either way.
Yep. Because remember, Jesta has 3 choices here, none of which work in his favor. Either he walks through it and takes a lot of damage, potentially killing him. He shoots it, which will obviously let James know he's there. Or he tries to find a way around here, and now he's funneling into a certain hallway to push through.
He might be able to prone under them. It looks like James only placed them that crouch level instead of prone level.
Yeah, James still reinforcing sight in master bedroom. Doesn't seem too concerned about anything so far, potentially just not knowing where Jesta is. Both kind of peeking on the same floor. Jesta still just holding, just playing the long game here, looking into car room. And James on cam. So this is going to be a bit of a passive round. We're going to be interesting to see because it's definitely possible that whoever swings first here is going to get the advantage.
I think we could definitely, I can definitely see this round turning up into a last 10-second rush from Jesta. And just whoever
He's
has the
already
better
wasted
gunplay
more
wins.
than half of the rounds already, so let's just take a look at how he's going to work on this. Time's really just kind of ticking down here. But also James, he's going to have to try to get this intel, find where Jesta is, and get the kill off.
I don't know if he even has an EDD on that window, but he has one on both the doors.
Right. You can see the EMP out. Doesn't
Actually,
look like
smart
James
play.
was able to ascertain exactly where it was. James still on cameras.
That's actually a way for Jesta to get around the EDD if he.
Right.
If he oh,
Looks like
Jesta's actually in
trying to go for
sight.
the plan. Yeah, he's in sight now. No
That
cams
was a
in
really
car
smart
room.
play.
And now he's going for the plant, just trying to bait it out. James still not
Doesn't
quite
hear it.
sure. Takes damage from the
Oh,
EDD trap.
goes
There
back
it
into
is. Let's see how James is going to work with this. He's peeking
There's
car
another
room,
EDD on that door.
and there
James
he is. Gets the shot off.
kill.
See, like I said, there he heard the EDD went off, and not only is he damaged, now he has the intel. Gets the easy kill right there.
I really like that angle from James as well.
To defuse a bomb.
Alright, so what I'm noticing here heading into the third round now with James' final round on defense, I'm definitely seeing that James has a very dynamic defense going on right now. He's tried many different operators. He's tried the Capcan last round, worked well for him. Now he's saying, alright, go for another trap op, picks Thorn. Meanwhile, Jesta going Thatcher for the third round in a row. So let's see if James could definitely get the upper hand on him. Still holding on to 3 of the Razor Blooms. I'm not sure if he has a plan for those yet.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one either. Jesta, this might be deadly. He knows exactly where Jim
there it
is. If
is.
he goes Jim and wall bangs, that could be the round right there. I don't know if he's gonna act on this though. And yeah, James, like you mentioned, holding on to all 3 of those Razor Blooms. Don't quite know what he has
Right.
planned there.
It's definitely possible that he's going to be saving on for later in the round, just kind of noticing just this kind of more passive playstyle, holding on to him. But again, I don't know if that's the best call for this. I feel like if I were in James's shoes, I'd be just trying to put them down areas a little bit outside sight and just trying to not even use it for damage, just using the sound, capitalizing on the intel there.
I 100% agree. Intel is king in 1v1s. You know, if you place one at each man entrance into sight, he hears one goes off, he hears one go off, and he knows exactly where Jesta is.
James
So,
definitely does have a
bomb
strong
located
position
by
here,
attackers.
not drone so far. Jesta is now inside A.
If James gets on that camera, then Jesta's in trouble, but it doesn't look like James is going there.
Looking at the punch hole now, it looks like. James right underneath. Boom.
Oh, James didn't see him. He crouched underneath.
Yeah, it's all about angles there. James looking upward, Jesta was looking right at the punch hole. Falls right into
Yep.
it. Alright, round 4 now. James not looking too good here. He's still a point behind on the first round of attack, so let's see if he could definitely change the ante here. Just trying to get Jesta off guard. I'm definitely going to be expecting a bit of a more aggressive attack than what we've seen in the past 3 rounds. So let's see where James is going to come in from here. He's got a lot of options. He's just looking around, trying to find a way to go in. Looks like he might be trying to push in from TV. Got the drone going out here.
You know, I think that both people here have very, very good picks. I mean, you got the frags on Sledge. You know, if you manage to drone out the defender, then that's a
A
potential win
bomb
right
has
there.
been
Yeah,
located.
And
James
we've got Jesta
managing.
coming in with the intel denial, so
Absolutely. And James'
And
drone gets
James-
caught by the second mute jammer. So no more intel for James. He's just going to have to rely on sound and aim here. Jesta still just droning. Looks like on the corner in master bedroom. Let's see. If James could get this around him, this could work well for him.
there's no cameras where James is. If he swings bedroom right now, that's the round. It just
see if
depends
that's
on
gonna
how
be the
aggressive he
case.
wants to be.
Looking into B now. Jesta looks like still on cams.
Still on the cameras.
Uh-oh.
There it is. And see, that's the downside we see to these very passive defender playstyles as well. You know, if you're sitting in a corner on a camera, it's very easy to just fall without even knowing it.
If you don't see him on cameras, they're somewhere that's in your blind spot, and that's just going to be dangerous.
Bomb and
Heading into
defuse.
round 5, the score is now 2-2. This is getting intense here. Both sides still definitely a toss-up. James is trying to adjust to this playstyle. With the Ying pick here instead of Sledge from last round, just trying to go a little bit more aggressive potentially, so let's see. Still coming in from that same direction as last round. Hopefully just trying to get his drone not muted this time around.
I think one thing worth noting is that there's a potential really bad mistake from Jesta. There's no rotation into kids. There's no holes in the wall.
Ooh, yeah. He's just going to have to rely on the open doorway, and again, that's just going to be funneling him in quite a bit. So unless James
Especially
just
with
tries to
James
rush
in the
into A and Jesta
Bomb
gets an
located by
adequate angle
attacker.
onto it, that's not going to be good.
Yeah, James now sees that kids is clear. Doesn't see Jesta in the corner though. There it is. So now James knows kids is clear. Let's see how he handles this.
Keep talking, Eclipside. I have a feeling I'm going to sneeze.
Jesta rotating around to kids.
Ooh,
It
look
looks
at
like
this
Jesta
now.
in kids, sitting in the corner. Does James? Oh,
James with the ying
Candela.
out. If Jesta's got to get out of there. C4 out to no avail.
If James pushes, oh, James rotating around.
James
Very good
rotating
play.
around. Jesta still, yep, just looking at it. Now shifting over, just trying to look at this side now. James swinging in. Is he
James
gonna
in
get
the
this peek
James in a
off?
position of power if he peeks the angle right though. Prone angles are really difficult to hold when you're not behind any cover. Especially if he's got
Here
the
comes
another
the swing.
Candela out.
Little
James
shaky
gets
on
the
the aim
kill.
there, but James gets the kill for round 5. Scores now 3-2, match point. Again, you're just gonna have to play a little bit more aggressively here. Like, we've seen the proning, we've seen getting on cams from Jesta. He's gonna have to try to just take the swings, take the gunfights.
Only way he's gonna win this.
Alright, and for the first time here, we're looking at a brand new Year 7 Demon Veil feature. We have the attacker repick. James switching from the Sledge into the Jackal pick. This could definitely work out for him. If he's going for a more aggressive playstyle, Jackal would
Which
be
he
the amazing
is,
pairing for
seemingly.
this.
I have the feeling this round is going to be over very quick. Who wins the gunfight, we will see.
Alright, let's see. They're both already near each other here in library. Is James going to try to come up this angle? Ooh, getting jammed a little bit by the
See
new jammer.
footsteps.
Jammer goes out. Good call by James to not shoot it. Just is still
Jesta
not
doesn't
too
hear
sure.
the melee either.
And now he's Jackal
Oh, that's
pinged.
Jackal ping.
Let's take a look
Jesta
at this.
does not
Trying to
know
go
what
for the
he
vertical play
is.
here. Getting these tracks. Jess is getting hunted down vertically.
Good
Here's the
idea,
question. Do you
but-
think it could have been a good idea for Jesta to just try to, for James to try to just get on the same floor as him and just try to go for the kill?
I think it would have been a better idea. Trying to play vertically with Jackal is too inconsistent with how quickly they can move
Right,
from
now
their
here
ping.
comes the hallway peek.
James might catch Jesta on the angle from the stairs. James doesn't see him!
Ooh, maybe saw a glimpse of the eye, not nearly enough time to react to that. James
don't
now
think he
droning
saw
on the
him.
bottom of stairs. If he didn't see him, that
But
could be
once
an
again,
issue.
James
1
now
minute.
sees that pink is clear. He
Let's
has the
see.
freedom, though it looks like Jesta might be holding an angle onto stairs. No, he's not! James is free to just go into pink.
Let's see if that's what he's going to do. He's looking at pink. He sees it's clear. Drone comes back around.
Picking kids.
Both sites are
I
clear
can understand
now.
the apprehension, but now it's time to strike. He knows that he's not in pink. He's not in that hallway between bathroom and pink.
And there he goes around.
And there it is.
More Jackal tracks, and this should be an easy plant going off for him. Not able to plant in the walk-in, trying to find
Yep.
another spot to go through from. Jesna now looking around, probably anticipating a B plant. You have to smoke out into the hallway and into the
Fake
other
smokes,
hallway.
I like it. Or not fake smokes, covering the entrance, I like it.
And there's the
Attackers
diffuser
activating
going off
diffuser.
right now. Jesna's going to have to try to shift this around a lot. Let's see, is James going to go out the window?
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
What M could not do, James just did right there. Went out the window for the plant. Now
Well,
this is
Jester
an almost unwinnable situation now.
James has to flip. No, James has to flip. If Jesta peeks him right, then James is done. And, oh gosh, this happens a lot. Jesta's indecisiveness when the diffuser's down. Half the time is gone, and he's just now moved into pink.
We're seeing the open window, not doing much about it.
Doesn't
Attackers need to
recognize
protect the
it.
Looking
diffuser.
at it.
Position compromised.
James
He has
still
to realize
right on
what's
top
happening.
of
He
it.
can't do anything.
He's gonna have to go
He
for
has
the
no
defuse
time.
here. Let's see. Not an angle onto
James
it.
won. Doesn't matter. Not enough time. James
What a kill by
wins the
Jesta,
match.
but James wins the match, goes on to the finals.
Attackers win.
Now that was close. Now,
Very.
what we're looking at here, if Jesta just ran out quicker, that would have been an easy win for Jesta.
Yeah, if he had moved quicker after clearing kids, he would have had the time. That was 3 seconds short.
Alright, so we'll be seeing James versus Eclipsite in the finals. Jesta moving on to the third place match against the Astro. This has been Monkey Noble and Eclipsite, and we'll see you soon.